Hello everyone. We talked previously in the previous episode about several topics and aspects in innovation and creativity. Today we'll talk about a very important starting point for innovation and creativity, which is the challenge identification or the problem understanding or the issue understanding. So in innovation world, you need to change your mindset in naming the things. For example, you shouldn't say a problem or you shouldn't say an issue. So if you try to change your way in looking at things, so if you look at any problem as a challenge, so here you will set up your mind like this is a challenge and you want to overcome that challenge. So problem identification is very important starting point for your innovation journey. As long as you understand your challenge well, is half solved. So people saying a well understood problem is half solved. Meaning, if you have an issue or challenge, you need to look around it and look at the challenge itself. Is this really the problem that people are facing? Meaning, while enjoying your life and look at things around you, you need to have this glass in front of you and identify things differently. Meaning, you look at the processes, the services, the things how being done at your organization, your company, your ministry, your college. As long as you look at things differently and try to find solutions to that problem, you will have this creativity and problem solving techniques around your mind. So try to always think in a very positive way in how I can improve that process and how I can suggest a solution for that challenge. As long as you look at the challenge as an issue that I would like to overcome it by the time, then you draw your plan easily to overcome that challenge. So, coming back to the challenge identification, there are several ways to understand your challenge very well. Number one is collecting data. So, just check around that challenge. Are you able to collect data around it? Can you do surveying around that challenge? Surveying people. Try to interact with the customers, stakeholders, the people who are facing that challenge or a problem in that process or services or even a product or in our society. Try to survey these people and try to understand from them how they perceived and look at this challenge. So if you put the customer in the center, then you try to study the customer empathy map, which is a simple flowchart that you put the customer in the middle and try to understand his behavior or her behavior all the way throughout the process. Then you start to look at the value chain map, the steps that the customers or your stakeholders are going through this process, how they are experiencing this process, whether at university or process or at your college or a company. You try to focus on that challenge, look around the data around it and understand it very well so that you can move to the next stage, which I'll take you through after the break. Welcome back. We talk about the problem or the challenge identification and how you validate your understanding of the challenge. I'll talk to you now about a very important skill that you need to practice it along with your team in your company or ministry or college. You need to have the skills of selling your idea, selling your solution, selling your presentation or the proposal to your management, to your boss, to your professor, to your community. Everybody have his own key. You need to understand your stakeholders, how they will look at things from their perspective based on their behavior, based on their age group, based on their previous experiences and education and backgrounds. You need to address your audiences differently. So if you are talking to a student, you need to customize your presentation or the idea selling pitch to them differently. If you are addressing university professors, you need to customize your presentation or the way you wanted to present your idea to them differently. University professor would like to see more data, more statistics, more science behind it. If you are presenting your idea to an investor, would like to look at the dollar value at the end. You need to evolve your presentation around the dollar value. If you are presenting your idea or solution to your manager or your boss, you need to present it in a very holistic approach, starting from the minimal and regular steps, operational steps, all the way to strategic level. You need to understand your stakeholders, your customers, and the people or the audiences that you are presenting your idea to them. As long as you understand their behavior, you will alter your presentation or the idea, pitch, occasion or event differently to them. You try to interact with them, try to make it very short. If you are presenting an idea to somebody, you shouldn't take very long period to convince them by your idea. Try to be ready and fully equipped with any sort of questions that might be raised during this occasion. You have to have the answers ready with you. You need to have the data available. Maybe you don't need to show it if you don't have enough time, but your laptop or your tablet should be full enough with all the possibility of data, flowchart, survey, that if anybody asks any question, you can refer to it directly and you will be confident in front of your stakeholders or customers or boss by presenting this idea. Try to make it very short. Try to do an interactive session with them. Anybody asks a question, you welcome the questions. Try to be dynamic while presenting your idea. Try your best to include more colorful aspects in your presentation. Try to be very creative in presenting your solution to your stakeholders or to the community. As long as you keep your presentation colorful and full of sticky notes and so many pictures, so people will start relate things to their mind. Try to avoid long text in your presentation. Try to make it very short, to the point. Avoid misleading terminologies. Make it simple. Do your eye contact with your audience. Don't refer always to the presentation. Don't look around always. Try to focus on your customers and stakeholders and build up this invisible relationship between you as a presenter and the audiences, that they are willing and accepting to listen to your ideas. Give them more focus. Put all your energy and feeling toward converting your mind and idea to your audiences. Thank you very much, and we're looking forward to see you at next episode.